we are at WorldSkills 2011 at London XL. WorldSkills London 2011 is the world's largest international skills competition with young people competing from across the globe. There will be 150,000 visitors and 1,000 competitors, 50 countries and regions competing in 46 skill sets. Caterer and hotel keeper met with the judges, tutors and competitors. So you've been working towards this for a long time?
For 18 months.
18 months, okay. And that's with your team at Gleneagles, and they've been...
Actually, I started 18 months ago when I lived in Northampton still.
Okay.
And once I got to the squad, I decided to move to Gleneagles.
Okay.
As in the Strathern restaurant.
So you got into the squad first and then went to Gleneagles? Okay, that's interesting.
As in Strathern restaurant, they do quite a lot of garden work that I do at the competition.
Okay.
So I thought it'd be a good idea as well to go in there to get the experience of doing that in a real restaurant with real professionalists.
Okay.
So that Gleneagles really helped me a lot.
Okay.
Not just because of the restaurant, but they gave me a lot of support. So I've got Fine Dining Day, which is my favourite day, but it's also the most important one as it's valued the most marks.
Okay.
It's just 39% of the marks is in Fine Dining.
Wow, so lots of pressure tomorrow.
Lots of pressure. So I've got 5-course meal to serve for my guests for lunchtime. Start off with champagne cocktail, traditional champagne cocktail, then steak tartare, smoked salmon for the starter, soup of the garden, rack of lamb to be carved at the table, crêpe Suzette, which is traditional dessert, which is a flambe, and then finish off with coffees and liqueurs.
Okay.
And I've also got to finish off my module is to identify 10 liqueurs by smell.
What's the general atmosphere in the competition area? Is it quite fierce?
It's not really, it's actually quite chilled out.
Okay.
Especially between all the competitors. We talk a lot between each other, see where we're from and talk about the culture and things like that. So we're not 100% focused on the break time and about the competition.
Okay.
It's going really, really well. The support and the equipment we've got to work with has been first class, and the competitors are enjoying it, and that's the main thing. So no, it's going good. The 3 main modules, one's fine dining, which is what we're doing today, and that looks at sort of more traditional skills of carving, flambe work, and some mixing of cocktails, simulating working in a fine dining restaurant, so much slower service. Another module is casual dining, where it's more of a bistro, more of a coffee shop, informal service, but still high standard of service. And they'll be serving sandwiches, salads, coffees, teas, etc. And then their last module is a banqueting module, which is simulating being in a banquet, so a much larger event and a different set of service skills required for that as well. So that's the sort of 3 days that he's got ahead of him. But he's confident, he's happy, which is the main thing.
What advice have you given him to keep calm and to keep focused?
Just going through all the experiences of his training. So he's been to some fantastic venues in the UK. Le Manoir, he's done some training at the Ritz, fantastic cocktail bars in London. So he's had a real wealth of experience, and to really just sort of put himself back into some of those areas that he's done the training, and when he's in fine dining, to imagine himself at Gleneagles where he works, or at Le Manoir where he did some training, and just feel back into those sort of training modes. And then he'll perform better in the competition.
How do the young people get involved in WorldSkills initially?
Through selection competitions. We use feeder competitions to find competitors for WorldSkills. So we start off by using already established trade competitions, competitions like the Academy of Culinary Arts Awards of Excellence, Young Chef, Young Waiter. They've already got a fantastic reputation and attract good competitors. So we look to those and some other sort of college competitions to see where we can find the next competitor.
We're standing in front of Stefan's stand. How's he doing?
He's doing really well. He's really hyper and enjoying it. He's got a big smile on his face. He's just gone off to lunch, big cuddle on the way, and he's enjoying it, which is the main thing. He's learning from it, but I'm feeling really confident. He's looking good.
Catherine and I have been watching Stefan over the last couple of days, and there's been huge crowds around. How does does he deal with the pressure?
Well, it has been a bit of it could have been a pressure because they're all English and they're all shouting at him, what's he doing and things. But he's so well trained because we train them in the practical aspects, but also the psychological aspects as well. Focus, time management, team building, all the rest. They have specialist training for that, and he's completely shutting out the whole world. To the extent that when I had Prince Andrew here yesterday, where I'm standing, chatting to me for a long, long time, Stefan wasn't aware he was there at all, and at the end he was so shocked. He said, "No, he wasn't there, was he?" And he just did not know.
So what would the progression be from something like WorldSkills? Do they go on to other competitions? Or
there are other competitions. There are other, perhaps for an older age group. Normally you've got the Coupe de Monde, you've got there are a few, there aren't that many, but there are other things for him to aim at in the future, although he'd need a little bit more under his belt before he got to that stage. But the whole thing is, it's not just competing. And there's Hotel Olympia, you've got other things that he will go for, and he'll have the bug, the competition bug, like my past competitors have had. You've probably met Will and Alistair, and that they're all buzzing with this competition fever and just entering whatever they can and loving it and enjoying it, but also learning from it the whole time. It's pushing the boundaries of what you know, and they all realise that once they've done it once, they want to keep pushing themselves.
And how's your Ben doing?
Ben's on good form. Obviously he's very solid. He's had a lot of training, a lot of practice to get here for a succession of elimination competitions. So now here we are at WorldSkills London 2011, where he's competing. It was a good day one, I think a good day one for cookery, and all of the competitors took part, including Ben. Did a very good job, as they are and they will today. There's a lot of training that comes before they get here, which kind of shows, but then you can't add on the amount of people that are watching you or observing you. It's not like being at work when you're in your comfort zone. This takes completely out of your comfort zone. As we look around, there's hundreds and hundreds of people walking down. There's judges from all over the world assessing you on numerous criteria about what you're doing, be that hygiene, be it practical application. You have subjective marking, objective marking. It's a very rounded process. It's a great competition, and the infrastructure is very big because you're transferring you and all your equipment into a portable kitchen. Most of the salons we see up and down the country, very, very well run. When you come to the WorldSkills competition, when you come into the kitchen, you have everything that you need. We have equipment in the kitchen at the moment that, from RoboCoupe, the RM8 blender, which won't be on the market until February of next year. So for these young guys, these young chefs, to have equipment that hasn't yet reached market, I think is a great opportunity. And then with the competition itself as a learning curve, from a cultural aspect, from a gastronomical aspect, that they can look at what all the other countries are doing and how they're reading it. So it's still a learning process while it's a competition.
How you doing, Ben?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, how was yesterday?
Yeah, it was good. It's a great buzz.
Was it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Tiring?
Yeah, long day.
Yeah, long day.
Yeah, worth it, I hope.
But you looked, Catherine and I were watching you yesterday. You looked very focused.
Yeah, I tried to shut everything out, to be honest.
You managed to do that?
Yeah, I had my mum and dad watching as well, but sort of kept focused.
We spotted mum and dad. So what did you cook yesterday?
I've done a goat cheese starter with smoked goat cheese bonbons for the first course. The second course was a mystery fish entree, which we had to use sea bass. I've done a potato cannelloni, and then the third course was a duck main course. Knew that was coming anyway, but it was my own garnishes, came out pretty well. And then we had to follow a recipe for a sticky toffee pudding. Yeah, that's pretty good as well.
So which of those 4 courses was the most difficult for you?
I think the duck main course is quite complex, quite a few elements to get out on time, but no, it went well. I work at the Barclay Hotel. I work for Pierre Kaufman.
Okay, and they're obviously very supportive of you.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, the hours I work, they're very flexible with my days off.
Okay.
So even if I take this week as a holiday, they'll give me an extra few days.
How do they support you when you're actually at the competition? Do they come and see what's going on?
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's the team as well as the train manager. Obviously, there's 43 different skills here, and there's 43 of us, so we're all working together, making sure that we're all confident, ready for the following morning. But it's really good.
Okay. What do you think it gives you?
To be honest, I like to know where I'm going wrong with my sort of dishes.
Okay.
A lot of the dishes are all my ideas anyway, as well as obviously getting feedback from my training manager, which has been quite a lot of support from him as well. But yeah, I think the main thing is the feedback, to be honest. I want to be able to see that they've ate the whole plate. So.
Well, if a young person wanting to get involved in hospitality or WorldSkills, what advice would you give?
To be honest, take every opportunity as it comes. If you get asked to go on a trip, asked to go on a tour, or even if it's to go, I don't know, to a different college to see what they sort of do, or even a restaurant, work experience is very important. Yeah, just take every opportunity as it comes, and I'm sure you'll learn a lot.